I took deep hypnosis to get in touch with the higher self. You read about it and say, oh, this works, I'll try this.
Yeah.
I was lucid at the time, but I was under deep hypnosis. But of course, the hypnotist tried to take me through the past life things, which never worked for me anyway.
Yeah.
But, the being that was there, which called himself me, and I say him, because that's the concept I get, he thought it was quite amusing, not in a superior way, but he thought it was quite amusing, childish in a way, but let's put up with it because she wants to ask these questions.
Exactly.
And now I find that I can actually have conversation with me, but I don't know if I'm talking to me or if I'm talking to me.
No, you're talking to
what I'm talking to.
You're talking to me.
Me's very easy to get along with. If I ask a silly question like, am I going to win the one that might be? Me will say, of course not. And of course I don't.
Yeah, of course.
So what's actually happening there is that my spiritual guide, my guardian, and why is it so agreeable even when it's not going to be true? Even part of me knows it's probably not going to be true, so am I actually sabotaging myself?
No, it is a spirit, and the spirit enjoys your company because you have a very similar sense of humour.
Yeah, well,
all right.
It happened a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because you've got a very similar sense of humour, half the time he tells you things knowing that you know that it's not going to be true. You follow me?
Yeah.
And he's just having fun with you. He's quite well developed, and helping you in a lot of areas of your life. And talk to him more often.
And also too, like when they said about past lives, the thing, have you got second shoes on? What's the names from the past life? And he thought that was amusing. He just said, it's me. And every time I come back, he'd say, who's there now? It's me. I was cracking up and I was on hypnosis.
Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, so the fact is, like, in the spirit world, do they actually have, you said that some of the levels don't have languages, they also obviously don't have names.
No, that's right. You don't, in fact, you get to a point in the spirit world above the seventh sphere that nobody really cares about names at all. And you identify people by their emotional personality signature. So everyone is unique, and you can feel the uniqueness of everyone as you're interrelating with them emotionally. Yeah, so you don't need a name. Yeah. So a lot of times a spirit who's in that state will be quite amusing about all of these lower states. Not in a belittling way, but just in having a fun.
Having fun with the child.
Yeah, that's right. And many spirits who are in a celestial state, which is the 7th, 8th sphere and above, are very childlike in their interaction with us. In all sorts of ways, yeah. Although they're adults, they're still very childlike in their interaction. Just like you will become, actually. You'll become more childlike in your interaction with others when you work through different emotions that cause us to feel like we're an adult and we've got to, impose adult rules upon our life. We become, as we work through things and we progress on the divine path, we become like children in a lot of different ways, and that's one way. Yeah. He's in a good place, actually. He's enjoying he's enjoying his guideship, if we can call that. Yeah.
So it's actually a guide.
It's a guide.
It's a guide.
It's a guide. It's with you. Yeah. Yeah. It's not your guardian. It's your guide, and he's enjoying it because he loves your personality, and he has a very similar personality too, and so there's a deep rapport he feels between yourself and him. Yeah. And you can hear him quite clearly, actually.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and so you may not have realised what's going on, but you can certainly hear him quite clearly, and he'd certainly love to be able to talk with you more about some more emotional subjects than what he's been able to discuss with you.
I have a problem with that.
He knows. Yeah, that's it. Now you're connecting with that. He's actually confirming now with what I'm saying to you. He's confirming that through your emotions. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And that's a powerful thing now. See, he's now saying he's reminding you this is very important for you. So he's saying to you what's limiting your life at the moment is the emotions that are still buried from childhood within, and he would definitely love to help you work through those emotions. But he wants to have some fun with it with you as well. Yeah, that's how he sees it. Yeah. He's a lovely fellow, actually. You'll meet him when you pass. Well, and you'll meet him before then, of course. There'll be times in all of your futures where actually there is going to be a time in the future due to these changes that are happening on the earth where spirits will actually begin materialising back on earth again. But only when people on the earth are ready to handle it without thinking they're beings from outer space, or without thinking that they're, someone they can cut up and dissect or whatever, They're waiting for these times to come. They know that these times are coming, where all of you will actually see spirits and be able to sit down on a chair next to one of them and talk to them. And so many of you will, in fact, finish up seeing you guys.
This is in a spiritual body, they're not reincarnating per se.
No, they manifest a material form. A spirit is totally capable of just manifesting a material form for a period of time.
Ectoplasm or something like that.
Yeah. And manifesting that material form for a period of time, it takes a lot of energy. So these spirits that will do this are quite high up. Ghosts, you've heard of ghosts, and you see apparitions and all that. Often a ghost is actually 1,000 really sad spirits, or 1,000 malevolent spirits, pooling together their energy to create one apparition. Right? In order to scare the living daylights out of it generally, right? Because that was their goal. And now a spirit in a much higher place doesn't need to get together with 1,000 people to do it. A spirit in a higher place just can do it from their own energy and their own connection with God. They can create a material form. And they can stay in that form for a period of time. After I passed in the first century, that's exactly what I did. I materialised a material form on nearly 500 different occasions to appear to people, to show them that I was still alive. So, and all of these spirits that are coming up in the future, once the condition on Earth changes where people can handle that, these events will start occurring.